What an absolute rollercoaster of a match for the Super Eagles in their World Cup qualifier against Gabon. It was a nail-biter, a heart-stopper, but in the end, Nigeria pulled through with a dramatic win after extra time. Let's break down all the action. The highs, the lows, and what this crucial victory means for the road to the World Cup. The game started with high intensity, but it was Gabon who drew first blood. A real shock to the system for the Super Eagles and their fans. For a long time, it looked like that might be it. Nigeria pushed, they probed, but the Gabonese defense held firm. The clock was ticking down, and you could feel the tension mounting. Was this going to be a devastating loss on home soil? But you can never count the Super Eagles out. Just when hope seemed to be fading, in the 89th minute, a moment of magic. A deflected shot from former Premier League man Mario Lemina found its way into the net. It was a cruel blow, a real punch to the gut right at the death. The stadium fell silent. It felt like a classic smash and grab from Gabon, and it sent the game spiralling into extra time. This is where champions are made, though. This is where mentality is tested. And Nigeria showed their class. They didn't let their heads drop. Instead, they came out firing in extra time. It didn't take long for the breakthrough to come. The brilliant Chidera Ejuke, with a fantastic strike, put the Super Eagles back in the lead early in the first period of extra time. The relief, the explosion of joy around the ground, it was incredible. And then, the man of the moment, Victor Osimhen, decided to truly seal the deal. After missing a golden opportunity to win it in normal time, he was a man on a mission. He wasn't going to be denied again. Osimhen went on to score not one, but 2 goals, a fantastic brace to make amends and put the game completely beyond Gabon's reach. It was a statement performance from the star striker, showing everyone why he's one of the most feared forwards in the world, from the brink of despair to a commanding victory. It was an emotional journey for everyone watching, a 3rd straight win in qualification, and a massive step towards the next round. However, the victory wasn't without its costs, and this is where things get a bit tricky for the next crucial match. The big talking point is the suspension of Wilfred Ndidi. The midfield general, who was even captaining the side, picked up a yellow card just 6 minutes into the game for a foul on Dennis Bonga. Unfortunately for Nigeria, that was his 2nd booking of the qualification campaign. According to the rules, yellow cards across different matches mean an automatic 1-match suspension. So, what does this mean? It means the influential Ndidi will be unavailable for selection for the massive playoff final. Against DR Congo this weekend, this is a huge blow. Ndidi is the engine room of this team. The anchor in midfield, and his absence will definitely be felt. His experience, his defensive work, and his leadership are almost impossible to replace. So, who steps up? The coaching staff has a couple of options. One name being mentioned is Onyeka and Onyedika. He's a talented player who could certainly do a job. However, the most likely candidate to fill Ndidi's boots seems to be Brentford's Frank Onyeka. He is a quality player with Premier League experience and has the energy and tenacity to slot right into that defensive midfield role. He seems like the natural replacement. But here's the other problem. And it's a big one. Onyeka himself is now walking a disciplinary tightrope. He picked up a late yellow card in the win against Gabon. Under the qualification rules, yellow cards aren't wiped clean until right before the World Cup tournament itself. This means Onyeka is now on 1 yellow card if he gets booked against DR Congo. He would then be suspended for the next match, and he's not the only one. The list of players on a yellow card is getting worryingly long. Victor Osimhen is on the list after getting a yellow for taking his shirt off during his goal celebration, a moment of pure passion. but one with consequences. Backup goalkeeper Amos Obaseji is also on a yellow on top of that. We have several players still carrying yellow cards from the first round group phase. These cards don't just disappear. The list includes key players like our number 1 goalkeeper Stanley Nwabali, the creative spark Alex Iwobi, defensive rock Calvin Bassey, and forwards Tolu Rokodari and Bruno Onamechi. That's a total of 8 players who are just 1 yellow card away from a suspension. This is a massive headache for the manager. Any of these 8 players, if they get booked in the final against DR Congo, would miss the first leg of the Interconfederation playoff in March 2026, assuming Nigeria makes it that far. This adds a whole new layer of pressure to the upcoming final. Players will have to be aggressive and committed, but also smart. They can't afford to make silly challenges or get drawn into any unnecessary confrontations. The stakes are incredibly high. A win against DR Congo takes them one step closer to the World Cup. But losing key players for the next stage could be devastating. It's a fine balance to strike. And it will be fascinating to see how the team manages this situation. The discipline is going to be just as important as the performance on the pitch. So, while we celebrate a fantastic, hard-fought victory, we also look ahead with a bit of apprehension. The path to the World Cup is never easy, and this yellow card situation is a perfect example of the hurdles teams have to overcome. We need the players to be at their best, but also at their most disciplined. Let us hope the boys can get the job done against DR Congo and navigate this disciplinary minefield successfully. What do you guys think? Who should replace Ndidi in midfield? Are you worried about the number of players on yellow cards? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. It's going to be another tense one this weekend, but let's get behind the team. Come on, Super Eagles. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more updates.